on my way to my brother's house. Just gave him a call. Got all my stuff packed up here. Actually, I'm not at home anymore. I'm partway there in Damascus. Anyway, yeah, I just stopped to put the camera on, call my brother because I forgot to.
Oh, I just love that I just touched the starter and the motor's running.
So just thought I'd run the camera on for a little bit. Give you a play-by-play of the how Betsy's doing.
So I thought I'd label the small little towns I go through on my way over the mountain. Just, you know, you can follow along on the map if you want to. Friend of the family lived right down that road there. Of course, it wasn't as built up. You know, Damascus was a way smaller town back then. Pulling up here to Regner Road. This was the infamous road test road I used to do, oh gosh, 100 miles an hour on back in the day. You know, of course you can't anymore because it's all built up with houses and everything, but back then it was just a curvy, nice road with really nice straight stretches. It was a cool run.
Well, for what I can tell so far, that pingy, snappy noise was indeed the universal joint. It seems to be quiet now.
As a kid, I used to come out here and pick berries. My brother would ride his little Honda 50 step through all the way out to Sandy, Oregon in order to pick berries, and he did it all summer long to make money for college. Here we're on the other side of Sandy. I just sort of deleted the town. Well, off the video anyway. I'm not that powerful. These bergs all just sort of melded together. You hit Reamy, Welch's, and then Zigzag, and it's kind of one big amalgamation of, doesn't look like much of a town, but there is a post office. Oh yeah, one of my favorite stops as a boy. The Dairy Queen is still there after all these years. People tend to not want to slow down in this town, but you're supposed to. And then it's over, just like that. I never realized how much I tilt my head when I go around corners. I guess it's because I ride motorcycles. It just kind of comes with the territory. You know, this is a section of the road that's really cool. You can still see parts of this where it's not the Mount Hood Highway. It was just the old two-lane road just up on the hillside there. And they quarried all the gravel for the roads from this one spot. And it turned out there was a bunch of copper in the gravel. So all of these roads up around the mountains here turned a really nice shade of green. And it was really cool back in the day. Of course, you know, now they've paved over most of it. Really nice view of Mount Hood. This hill doesn't look that steep, but coming down the other side, you can just put it neutral and do 60 miles an hour all the way down the mountain. Head tilting. So have you noticed how well Betsy's doing? Look how little I have to move the steering wheel to round the corners and keep it straight on the road. It's really nice. Okay, I'm doing 65 and a 55. Just like that, we're over the top and going down the other side. It was really hot in Warm Springs. I guess it earned its name today. You could tell as I was descending down into the valley here, it just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It was probably 95 when I got down to the floor. Betsy was still running cool, although climbing this next hill that came up, probably 195, made it almost to 200.
Wow, wildfires. Look at the smoke.
Madras, home of the drag racing.
Well, rolling into Cove Palisades. You see all the smoke. Holy smokes.
It's really been a pleasant drive. Window down, arm hanging out the whole way. Well, hello there. Welcome to Don's Manufactory. I am over at my brother's house working on his other 390 Fairlane. This one, let me just do this for you. Yeah, this one is a convertible. Yeah, I know, he's winning. Okay, so what we're endeavoring to do is we're taking the Pertronics off of this and converting it back over to points. We're doing that because the Pertronics doesn't allow the tack to work, and so we're just going to go back to points so the tack works. And I've put the OEM concentric plate in the distributor, and we had to replace the vacuum advance. Did a little curving on the mechanical. So on the centrifugal advance, so it's getting close. I just have to verify whether they had 12 volts coming up here to the coil, or if, you know, like they bypassed the ballast resistor or resistor wire. Boy, that's not a very good crimp. We got to do something about that, Jeffy. The power wire to the coil is really flimsy. So I just thought I'd show you. We've got the performance points here that we got at a local parts place. It has a little less spring tension than the Napa ones that I recommend, but we should be able to, I mean, it'll be good for 5,500 maybe. Because he's running a stock coil. He's got just it's just a replacement stock coil. Value something, VC. Anyway, it's like something you'd get at AutoZone. Anyway, so it's got a stock coil, 20,000 volts. So I did the calculations on that, and we can run the OEM plate and with the stock rotor, and it will cover the discharge time of the stock coil. But it will require one of the modified coil rotors if we put a high output coil on this thing, which I actually have, and I was going to bring it and give it to him, but I left it sitting on the bench. It's another day, and continuing with the convertible. I'm going to get this wiring figured out this morning. Got the points in and everything, although I am going to take the points out and open up the hole for the pivot on the points, because I think I messed that up. Hey, I got a question for you. Trying to decide which Pertronics this is. It says D57 or D-57-22. And when I look that up on the Pertronics website, it turns into it's a superseded number. So, I wonder if they don't make those anymore, or if you know, hey, put a comment in down there. I'm not a Pertronics expert, that's for dang sure. I have the +4 plate installed in the fastback Torino now. This thing is a bit more of a beast because of the cam. So I've had it apart. Excuse me. I had it together and apart a couple of times here, changing the springs in the advance unit, trying to get her dialed in. I think we're going to have a running on problem unless I do the vacuum regulator thing like I did on Betsy. I tried about 14 degrees of initial, and it started kicking back when it was hot. So I left it at 10, has a 36 total, and I had to put a new vacuum advance on it, and I dialed that back a little bit too. And anyway, so I just got through changing the springs, and of course we have this here modified rotor we had to put on there. See, all of Jeff's rotors were short ones. I find that most curious.
That's my normal problem.
Oh, coming up short?
Yeah.
About to fire it off again and double check the timing curve and the dwell and everything, because even though I didn't move the points, I did take the plate in and out, so the dwell's liable to be off.
Ignition on.
Ignition on. Okay, so here we go. We're going to what?
Bring the thunder, as Derek would say.
You can hear one of the intake valves in the So there I'm just pumping the accelerator pump with my finger. I just keep trying to get the timing to work right, look right, get a reading off of it with the motor running well enough and slow enough.
Taking that vacuum advance from too far.
So you can stick a Allen wrench the right size, I forget what size it is now, and put it inside the nipple for the vacuum on the vacuum advance, and you can adjust the spring tension. And on this vacuum advance, it adjusted the amount of timing as well, which surprised me. You hear how unstable the motor sounds. It's just, oh man, something was bugging me. So what I'm talking about is that the time spark port has vacuum present, which usually means that the throttle is open, but the idle screw is all the way out. So I'm thinking that the foot pedal, accelerator pedal, is holding the throttle. Here I'm just adjusting the carburetor idle mixture screws. Just looking to get the thing stabilized.
it's really struggling. You know what I mean? Struggling. Don't know what to put my finger on it. What's going on there? But the dwell seems to be okay, and the timing's okay. That's really weird that it's pulling vacuum. Even when the throttle is closed, as far as the throttle will close. Why would the time spark port be exposed?
Unless the minimum idle screw choke is holding the blades open.
Well, I thought about that, but if you reach over here and grab the fast idle, it's free. So there's something going wonky there. It's just, there's something not right. Well, that's what I said last time I was here. I don't know, there's just something not right.
Well, I would almost say it's not going down the road yet. You know, it's just going to get moved around. In fact, it's going to get flipped around and then stay put until I get more stuff done on it.
Yeah.
And just let the, sometime run.
And,
if it keeps getting noisier and stuff, and
there is a throttle spring on there.
down below.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, well, that's got extra play there.
And I don't know if I'm getting full throttle either. I had a. In fact, let me go stomp on it just to check.
Just once.
Rainy.
Yep.
And the thing is, I had this carburetor
Yep.
running on Betsy, and it worked perfect.
Well, I wonder if the throttle is what's holding the, holding the throttle. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I got some more springs that I can put on there.
I don't, there's something, I just don't like it. There's something. There's something.
This thing's probably still going.
Yeah. Well, I haven't cussed yet. So.
Yeah.
Well, hi there. We're sort of running out of options here. Yeah, hi there. We're kind of running out of options here. We spent a whole day on a couple of cars and then some. And gosh, we find so much wrong with it, and then it doesn't run a dang bit better when we put it back together. So I guess it's I don't know what to do from this point forward. I got to ponder on it for a while, and in the meantime, I'll have to get back to you. Okay.
The car's not going to go anywhere for the time being because it's still got front end to put on and shocks and sway bar and stuff. So it'll get flipped around, put in the garage, and not going anywhere except for driving in and out of the garage and stuff. So maybe over a little bit of time, figure some stuff out.
Yeah. There's just something about it that's weird. It's just weird.
It's my car. Great.
The bigger the cam, the more trouble you have making it run right. That's just all there is. Trying to figure out what it is the motor wants.
But it sounds neat.
Yeah, it's pretty romply stomply. This is the one that should have a 4-speed behind it, and the automatic should be behind the convertible.
Well, you never know. Might happen. That'll do for now.
Yeah. We found ourselves doing more soda ash repairs today. Jeez. Okay. Bye.